Doom, 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 boom, 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 boom. Just got paid Wednesday night. Party's jumping, feeling right. What's up, y'all? Happy Wednesday. This is Ty, and yes, I'm here to talk about episode 11 of Tyler Perry's comedy, The Oval. Right, but before I get into that, I want to tell you why I'm singing Just Got Paid Wednesday Night. I remixed the song. Y'all remember that song? Just got paid. I remixed it tonight. And why I'm drinking wine? Because I got some great news, and I'm doing it now because if I put it in another video, separate video, y'all don't really be watching my videos that are not really reviews like that. So I'm going to just keep it on here real quick. Sorry, we'll get right to it after this. I entered a contest on this app called Rumble, R-U-M-B-L. And basically you do 60-second videos, and it was a journalism contest, journalism storytelling contest, where, and my channel on there is about movie news and celebrity news and stuff like that. And you have 60 seconds to do it. It was called the 360 B-roll contest. Each video is 60 seconds, and you have to cut and splice. That's why they call it B-roll, cut and slice footage into your video, into your commentary. Well, your boy came in second place, y'all, and I won a monetary prize. Yes, I did. I'm not going to tell you how much because I don't want my cousin Ray Ray trying to hit me up for money. No, I ain't got it, Ray Ray. But anyway, I won. I came in second place. It wasn't no scam or anything like that. I already got the money. They hit me through my PayPal. It's in my account right now. So congratulations to me for coming in second place because I almost didn't finish it. I was getting tired because he had to do a certain amount of videos, but my daughter was rooting me on. She's like, "Daddy, go. You can do it, Daddy." And I had to do it for my little girl. I had to do it. So congratulations to me. I got that out of the way. Now let's get into what you came here for. You came here because you want me to review, like I said, Tyler Perry's The Oval. And this is episode 11. Let's get right into it. Oh boy. So tonight, Agent Uma was taking home the president's side piece, who just dodged getting her butt whipped by the first lady in the last episode. And now Denise, I believe the side piece name is Denise. Denise is flirting with Agent Uma. I'm like, well, damn, you just a horny little something. Didn't you just finish getting your back blown out by the president? Now you want some more? You got your back blown out by him. You almost got beat down in the White House. You had to change it to this outfit to sneak out of the White House. Now you flirting with the Secret Service agent? She's off the hook. This chick is off the hook. And so she's flirting, and, you know, she was shooting her shot, telling Uma, "Oh, are you married? Oh, you married? You sure it's with a man? You sure it's not with a woman? You don't look like the type." Just throwing it out there. And then she says, "Well, I don't believe you because I have your wallet. You left it in the back seat of the car, and boom, why is there a picture of you and a wedding picture of you with your wife?" So Agent Uma's a lesbian. And then she said, "Well, are you in the closet?" And Uma said, "I'm out and proud." That was weird. And I'm saying to myself, Agent Uma, you suck as a agent. You suck as a Secret Service agent. Why? How you let this civilian get your wallet? Where were you that you didn't see her going through your wallet, seeing pictures of you and your wife? And then she's like telling you, "Come on, you know you want to come in here." And this was another thing. Why are you taking her back to the boutique, to the shop? Why not just take her home? It's already booty call hours. She already got her back blown out by the president. Or did she? Maybe it wasn't good enough. I don't know. So she got her back blown out by the president. Now here she is going back to the boutique. What is it? Time to open the boutique and sell some stuff? No, go get some rest. At least take a shower or something. I don't know. But anyway, Uma didn't take the bait, to Denise's surprise. And she's like, "Oh, wow. She's stronger than I thought." I thought that was weird. I'm like, okay. Now let's go on over to Richard the butler, a.k.a. Charles Bronson, a.k.a. Action Jackson, because you know the butler kicked butt, beating up them thugs and all that. So the butler comes in, he's all erratic, and his wife sees him, and she wants to know what's going on, because, you know, he's been out all night, and he's frantic, and he's like, do you have the spare keys to Barry's car? Because now we're figuring this out, because I must have missed an episode. Turns out Richard and Barry somehow got to tussling over some gun, and they shot someone. Barry shot someone, shot that Thomas Fields guy, and that's the guy they were holding up the protest signs last week, shot him and killed him. And now Richard wants to cover it up and do something, hide the car or something like that. So Miss Nancy's like, no, you should go to the police. And then he says, well, if I go to the police, I'm going to say that I shot the guy, that I did it. He's going to cover for his son, because he doesn't want his son Barry's going through a lot. His daughter's missing. He doesn't want his daughter's missing. They pressing charges against him for fighting the dude in the pharmacy. So he doesn't want his son to go down. So that's understandable. But I was like, okay, so what you gonna do with the car exactly? But if he shot him, I don't know that. I don't know. I don't know what's going on with that one. Let's move on down to Donald and his wife. You know, the woman who was sleeping with the big diesel dude in the airport, had sex with him in the airport and all this good stuff, then end up shooting him. Now she's coming in here with an attitude, and she's confronting Donald, saying, you know, I want to know what happened to the man I shot. Why don't you also say you want to know what happened to the man you slept with? Say that too. That's why you shot him. But she ain't saying, oh, I want to know what happened to the man I shot. And he's like, listen, he's been taken care of. And she's like, you need to let me know what's going on. And Donald's pretty much not telling her he knows very little. All he knows is that he's alive and he's been moved to somewhere else. And I'm like, she's just acting real angry with him. And she's like, do you think someone will be coming after me? And he was like, no, I don't. And then she, you know, storms off, whatever. And I'm like, well, she's got a lot of nerves, because you cheated on him with the dude, so now you giving your husband attitude. And, yeah, that was crazy. But here's the crazy thing that goes into that whole thing. And at first they're tying things together for us now. Tyler is putting things together for us. So now Donald and Kyle, y'all know Kyle, y'all follow me, the Secret Service agent. Donald and Kyle used to be lovers. And now, Kyle broke Donald's heart. And so now, Donald must have ran off and got married. But Kyle still want that old thing back. And they all work together. It was just crazy. And so I'm believing it was Kyle, that got that dude, who he also slept with, the big muscle dude, to seduce Donald's wife in hopes of breaking up that marriage. That's my theory. That's where all of that. That's where all that's coming from. This is Kyle trying to take down Donald's wife so that he can have Kyle to himself. And I say this because when the president had the meeting and he told Donald that he wanted his team, the security team, changed, and he wanted Kyle running instead of Max, and he told him to go speak to Max and Kyle or whatever. When Donald and Kyle had that conversation, that was a crazy scene, because he's talking to him and he says to him, Kyle, I know that you are behind the reason why Gail escaped from the White House in the first place, because you showed her brother you gave him a tour and you showed him how to get out of here, and you did all of that so that Gail could escape under Max's watch, so that Max could now get demoted from being head of that security and you could take over. And he was like, you know what, Kyle, you're a snake and I'm going to be watching you. Homeboy Kyle was like, that's what I want. I want you watching me. I was like, what? He was like, I want you watching me, in the shower. Donald was like, stop it. Get out of here. get out. He was like, no. Then he started telling him, you know, I want you and I miss you and I'm sorry. And that's when he revealed, you know, I know I broke your heart, but then you went off and married this girl. And then the homeboy got on his knees like he was about to go for the D or something. And he even told Donald, he said, I can tell. He reached for it like that. He reached for it. I even jumped. I was sitting in the couch. Whoa, easy. What's going on here? He said, I know you still want it. I can tell you're excited. And then that's when Donald, I guess Donald was getting the hard on. I don't know. Donald put the chair in front of himself. Like, I was like, that was crazy. So that we're figuring that all out now. So Kyle wants Donald back. He wants that old thing back because they used to be an item. And then Donald ran off and got married. So that's why Kyle is doing all this stuff. This is crazy. This is crazy. Another interesting thing tonight. The First Lady was very annoyed, like I am, with everybody saying, ma'am. She was like, stop it with this ma'am stuff. And then she said to them, you know, what's going on here? You know, I know y'all all heard this fight. Don't be phony with me. I know y'all heard us last night. I know y'all are talking. And is this getting out? So the staff member that was talking to her was like, oh, don't worry. We don't do that. We're hired to not say anything. And I call BS because we know stuff gets leaked. But see, this is Tyler Perry world. But we know in the real world, stuff gets leaked all the time. When your daughter rolled out of that car, that would have been all over the news. But, you know, this is Tyler Perry world. So we got to stay in Tyler Perry world. That's what we got to do. So the First Lady's worried about this thing. And so she's like, you know, we need to keep it together, you know, let this, you know, as the staff talking amongst themselves. So her and her husband, the president, decide that they need to have a meeting with the staff to let the staff know that everything is all right. It was just a little moment, yada, 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 bada, bada, bing, bang, boom. Another very interesting thing where this show is like, are we taking a scandal turn now? Are we trying to be a scandal with Daddy Pope? Because the First Lady's father calls. And she goes in the room to take the call. And the president was about to say something slick to her. And she put them on speaker. Hi, Daddy. And everybody just fell in line. The president and her fell in line. And he was like, you know what you have to do? Are you in the Oval? And he's like, yes, sir. I'm getting dressed and ready. So apparently the First Lady's father must be somebody important and higher. And he has everything to do with why this president is in office. So I was getting a little nod to scandal, because you remember how Olivia Pope's father was kind of had a job, and his job was kind of higher than the president. Like, you know how he had more pull than the president did. And it looks like that's Tyler was watching a few episodes of Scandal, and he kind of said, let me kind of borrow that a little bit instead of making it and make this the First Lady's father who has this power that brought them into the White House. And then we got that conversation where they're like, we got to fake the funk. Yes, we got to make this last. The First Lady saying to the president, I know we hate each other, but we got to make this last for 4 years. We can get through this for 4 years. So they're only going to do 4 years. There's some other agenda going on. And we find out that the president says, we did 4 years when I was the mayor. We did 4 years, 8 years as me as the governor. When is enough enough? So I guess we're going to learn more about this, about whatever this is that this father has. Who is he and this pull that he has? Because we saw that he was giving suggestions on who can be cabinet choices. So I'm assuming that the First Lady's father has a lot of power here. And he also knows something about Picky, because he says, oh, your daughter's situation, that turned out interesting. So I'm assuming he's talking about the whole thing with her running away and Picky and all of that stuff. So we also see this evil First Lady. This First Lady's so evil. She knows that Gail, because we saw Gail jump out of that car and she's been hurt. Turns out we get good news. Gail is not severely hurt. She just got bruises on her knees, and the nurse or whoever that lady was says she's lucky. She's lucky to come out that way after, such a incident. And I'm saying to myself, you mean that slow ass car that was going like she shouldn't have a scrape on her because the car was moving like this when she jumped out of it. You mean that parade cruise car that was just moving along like a parade float? She's so hurt from that. So she has no broken bones, but she's in pain. And the first lady told him, don't give her the pain pills. I said, damn, this lady, she don't even want her daughter. She wants her daughter to feel more pain. She said, don't give her the pain pills. No, don't give it to her. Then we see the first lady go to Gail. This family's creepy. Well, before she went to Gail, her brother, creepy old Jason, comes in there. Can I see your bruises? I heard you jumped out of the car. And she's like, you pervert. And I'm like thinking the same thing. Like, what is wrong with this character? What's his real deal? You want to see your sister's? Why were you so excited about seeing your sister's bruises, you creep? So anyway, as he's saying that, in comes the first lady. And the first lady, she has the pills. And she's telling Gail, oh, I'm holding on to the pills. You don't need them. You don't need them. Like, she really wants this girl to feel pain. Then she gives her the phone and says, take a look at this. Play the last video. And you hear the gunshots busting off. So somehow, I guess one of the agents recorded Picky's crew getting shot up. So, I'm sorry. You recorded Picky's crew getting shot up, and now you're going to show this to your daughter? I said, these people are crazy. So Gail asked, is Picky dead? And the first lady says, yes, I'm so sorry. I mean, this woman is cruel, y'all. Totally cruel. So I'm assuming Picky's dead. They didn't show him dead, but I don't know if the first lady's just messing with her by saying that, but we shall see. That is just crazy. Now let's move on to my boy Barry. The one who I said who is the connection to everybody on the show, who seems to know everybody, whatever. Barry didn't have much to do tonight. He woke up and he was saying he needed to get his car because his daughter's doll is in the car and it smells like his daughter. But remember, his father, Richard, took the car because he's going to get rid of the car because this is the car they were in when that guy was killed. Now, he gets up. He's like, where's my car? Barry, worst actor on the show. Your entire scene, where's my car? Somebody stole my car. Oh my, that was terrible. That was awful. And then when you came back in the house and your mother's telling you to give her the keys and you're like, what is going on? What did y'all do one take for that one? Did y'all do one take? Listen, you're on TV, I commend that, but brother, come on, study. Your acting is no, sir. Now I'm saying sir. You're Barry. We need you to get that acting together. Tighten it up. But then again, you getting the check for this. So I guess I'm hating, right? You getting the check for this. Maybe you ain't got to. I'm saying this out of love. Barry, tighten it up. Oh my God. The worst acting. Dude, you were so unconvincing. I was like, what is this? So then he's acting all stupid. He's upset because his girlfriend says she's going to go to work. And he's like, you're going to work? And he's like, but I got to call the cops because my car is stolen. And she's like, don't call the cops because the cops are looking for you. And there's been a report filed on you from the guy that she works with. And he's like, he filed a report on me and you are going to call. I was like, dude, you just ruined this whole scene with your bad acting. You really did. So then Barry's mother slaps him and she tells him, I know you shame on you. You're a mess. You went and got a gun from your cousin and you shot somebody, and he's still like, what are you talking about? And then in walks Richard. So I'm like, I thought Richard was getting rid of the car. He's like, the car is outside. I've decided we're just going to go to police. We're going to be honest, and we're going to turn, I guess they're going to turn Barry in or something like that. And he said, I don't know what you could do. But see, Richard, you have pull. You have pull. You saved the president's daughter. So I'm sure the White House could pull some strings and make this whole case go away for you and your son because you saved the president's daughter. So I would have made some calls down to the White House. I mean, come on. You're the one who saved the president's daughter. You remember those scenes he did with it? I don't know. That was interesting. So I'm like, that's crazy. So meanwhile, we have this other scene with let's stick with Richard. So Richard is going to get his job back. And why is Richard getting his job back? Because the president calls everybody together, the staff, him and his wife, so they can make nice, clean it up to make the staff think, we just had a moment, we had too much to drink, we love each other, blah, 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 and everything is just fine, and we're going to thank you for this, and thank you for that, thank you, Uma, for taking care of my daughter, thank you for your service, Max and Kyle, and all this stuff. And then one of the employees says, what about the butler, Richard? We think he should be rehired. So everybody agrees, sure, we'll rehire Richard. So Richard, you got your job back. So that's why I'm saying, Richard, this is what you need to do. You're going to get your job back. When you find out you got your job back, let the White House people take care of this because now they can help you and help y'all get off the hook for killing that poor man. That's what they can do for you. Then we get to the final scene, and we find out the girl from the Ragadushi cult who's there. I want to applaud her. They wiped her face. She don't have the blood hanging from her nose no more. She just had a few bruises, but she's still in the house. And she says, she was annoying me because she was like, I only came. They were like, well, can you help us get our granddaughter back? Because Richard is now talking to her. And she's like, well, they're going to kill me. I know they're going to kill me. But here's a list of places they go to, but they move around a lot. And this is a picture of my daughter. Can I see your phone? And she says that. And see, my whole attitude was, when you told me you can't help me and you can't help me find my granddaughter, you got to go. I'm just going to make you leave. So she's like, can I see your phone? She does this video will saying she grants those two to take care of her daughter. Whoa, who told you we wanted your child? Come on. In the event that something happens to her. And Richard is like, listen, I know people. I can help you. Right, Richard, you do know people. You can help yourself too and your son because you do know people. So anyway, Richard is like, I can help you. You're going to be fine. That Ragadushi cult member, Tally, pulled out a gun and blew her brains out. Put the gun in her mouth and blew. I was like, oh. So now she's dead. So that was, I didn't see that coming. I did not see that coming. I was like, wow. Okay. Very interesting stuff tonight. So I guess they're going to go on a hunt with the list she had to try to find their granddaughter. I don't know. It's getting crazy. And that's pretty much it. What were your thoughts on tonight's episode? I thought it was interesting. I thought there was some little craziness going on. We got to see what's going to happen next week. The commercial is saying next week somebody is going to die. That's what it said. Somebody's going to die. So maybe they're going to crank it up next week. And also, Tyler Perry has been in the news about him bragging about writing all of his shows and all the scripts for all the shows. I believe you. You do. Because some of them, that's why you're saying ma'am 50 times in one episode. So anyway, he said he did that to show to motivate us and promote work ethic. But it kind of backfired because he's been getting criticized, and people are saying, "Oh, you could have given those jobs to writers, and he's holding all the money, yada yada yada, blah blah blah." And then Tyler has shot back saying he did have writers in the past, and that ratings went down on some of his shows when writers got involved, and he had to redo certain scripts, and that's why he put things back in place, because he was losing money redoing scripts and doing all that, and that he pretty much writes for his fan base, and he writes what he knows. And he said that he writes with his mother in mind and women that he know in mind, and he doesn't mind the criticism. He's like, listen, but I'm not going to change anything. But he did say in future shows there will be a writer's room, but these particular shows, he's writing all of these shows. He said that. I saw an interview where he was on Sway in the Morning discussing that. But then I saw something else where some writers from a writers union was saying the reason he doesn't have writers is because old boy just don't want people that are in the writers union, and he wants to pay you whatever he wants to pay you. Who knows? It's always two sides to every story. That's what they were saying. But Tyler actually defended himself, and I'm also learning that there's going to be a spin-off called Ruthless, which is about the cult, and that's going to be on BET Plus. I will not be watching that because I don't have BET Plus, and I'm not going to get BET Plus. So yeah, I won't be watching that. I'm just going to stick to reviewing this because you guys asked me to. So that's it. I just wanted to touch on that. I was entertained tonight. Well, I was entertained. That's it. We got to see what's going to happen next week. Thank you for watching. Tell me your thoughts. What did you think about tonight's episode? Please like, comment, and subscribe. And be blessed. I will see you later.